feel me? We here
Feel me?
with my boy, my
You
dog.
know,
You feel me?
we
Where's
outside.
Yotic, man?
Feel me? We outside. You feel me? This when they cue the applause. You feel me? For the live audience. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me? My boy Wiz, man.
Feel me? Today we live from Fenway. You know what I'm saying?
We live from Oh yeah, we at the old deer.
You feel me? We at the old dear.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? We got beef
Feel me?
tartare. You feel me?
All that.
You gotta pay for the sebs though. We got sebs on the table. You feel me?
Feel me?
They had trays. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first podcast shop. But fuck all the podcast beef, man. Where you from?
me?
Wiz? Tell them where you from.
Feel me? I'm from Dorchester, born and raised, Upham's Corner to be exact. You feel me? Yeah.
Is it true that Dorchester is the Bronx of Boston?
Um. No bullshit. I have like no comment on that because like I don't know how I fully feel about that one. You know what I'm saying? Because like the Bronx is like dirty. You feel me? It has like that connotation. So like I don't know. Like feel me? Like I don't know. Niggas. I don't know. Dorchester niggas. I don't know. So.
But in
Yeah.
terms of the talent, there's like a upswell of talent coming out of there right now. You feel me? I feel like Dorchester's kind of similar in that way.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Like when you think about it, bro, like the amount of like even
I just
like,
be like, you know what I'm saying, like Dorchester and Roxbury, like the like niggas be just fresh, bro. Like niggas is fresh for real. Like so it's like the dirty, like I feel like
the
everything
people
else
from
I
the
agree
Bronx
with.
That's the thing. The people from the Bronx aren't like some dirty dressing ass niggas, bro. Like Fat Joe's from the Bronx.
Exactly. And Cardi B and like
Yeah,
nigga,
it's
everybody
still-
it's a certain look versus you
It's
got
just
Brooklyn
the actual
and
place is the actual Bronx is rough.
is rough, yeah.
But like the people from there aren't dirty. It's just niggas is from the hood. You from the only like clean hoods.
I look at Dorchester like Harlem, bro, on some shit. Like
It
either
can't be
Harlem
Harlem.
or Brooklyn, like that's between like literally
I'd understand Brooklyn on some real shit. Brooklyn
Yeah.
would be
like
an
it's
apt
because
comparison.
Dorchester and Roxbury remind me of Harlem and Brooklyn. No bullshit. Like
But
if I had to
Brooklyn's
like
not lit in the same way right now.
not right now, but Brooklyn
as
is
Dorchester's lit.
like. But the thing is though, right? Is like a nigga from Brooklyn, he gonna be like nigga Brooklyn. Like niggas just gonna blurt that out. Like niggas gonna let it be known. You in the
Dorchester
room.
niggas are definitely gonna Dorchester.
You know what I'm
Brooklyn.
saying?
Yep,
So like
okay.
that's why I compare it to Brooklyn because it's kind of that like that energy, like
That's
that
fair.
confidence that come with it. Like you feel me? Like the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like
niggas is yelling out that
Fordham
BX
Road,
though.
all right, Fordham Road, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't
And
gonna get
like,
specific with people's streets and shit like that. You feel me?
no, I'm saying like Fordham Road in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
hip,
strip.
that's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
I
Like
ain't tryna
that's
fuck with
kind of like Columbia Road on some shit. Like so, I kind of see it that way, but like on some shit, I'm like,
And it's mad random. Like that nigga, what's his name? Komar. It was just some nigga, bro, at the testing lab, bro. This nigga was like Chance the Rapper, bro. I swear, like, nigga was cold. I'm like, I seen him at the that exit gallery shit, bro.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, where you from, bro? He's like Dorchester. I'm like, oh wow. Like, nah, niggas is
yeah,
you, Tomo,
cause
this
it's
nigga
like
Komai,
it's
Key,
like
right? Key's from Dorchester too.
I don't know, she from
Oh
Dorchester,
shit.
man.
But yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dorchester, nigga.
this
Bullshit.
nigga's
But you feel me? She might be from Roxbury, like you know what I'm saying, like damn, you know, that's how that go. But nah, like you know what I'm saying, like Dorchester, like specifically like Upham's Corner, like that shit's right on the intersection of like, you feel me? You go this way, you're in Southie. You go this way, you on Mass Ave. You go this way, you're going towards like, you feel me? Like Mattapan, like going down Columbia Road. You go this way, Dudley Street. You going to Roxbury. You feel me? You go this way, you going to like fucking Harbor Point and like, you feel me? Southie, like Old Colony. You feel me? JFK, that direction. So it's like, it's really like in the center of like from there you can get anywhere. So it's like, and there's so much shit that happens there that's in proximity to like, you feel me? Like,
brought to you by Lifted Smoking Goods, by the way. Even
feel
though
me?
Keys
Yo,
ain't- even though
Keys,
bro,
send me
what
a
is
pack,
the-
bro.
Yeah, bro.
I need
What?
a pack,
Keys
like
is bugging,
dogs. You feel me?
This
Like,
shit is wrecked, bro.
niggas need a pack, bro. Like, nigga, I'll go in with you, nigga. Listen, bro, I ain't gotta meet the plug with you. You know what I'm
Every
saying? I'll
time
just
you
pitch
see
in
the
with
nigga-
you, you feel
every
me?
time you see
And we
the
get,
nigga, he just hand you one.
you feel me? I'm like, yo, Keys, bro, come on, bro. Niggas trying to do the commercial, bro. Niggas trying to go crazy, bro. He be like this, nigga. Just one nigga. Like, bro, I need a box, bro. Niggas need the box. Yo, Keys, bro. You feel me? Like,
Oh shit, bro.
Niggas need that box, bro. I'll pay full price. I'll pay double full price, bro. Feel me? Just like let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Cause
this is madness, bro. This
one pack of papers, nigga. I smoked that in like, nigga, goddamn, like, then I gotta wait to see you the next time, nigga. If I see you, bro, like,
just gotta randomly see him at the testing lab.
Feel me,
like, dog, nigga. Unless we gotta go to WBUR, I guess.
Feel me?
You know what I'm saying? We gotta go to public radio. What's the word? What was Dorchester like as a kid, though? You feel me? Like growing up, what do you remember?
Dorchester, like, it was wrecked, cause like I used to live by, let's say, like, where is that? Shaman, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know if, like, for people watching, like, by the, like, 99 cent, the Super 99 shit, I lived on the street behind there. It's, like, Central Street, you feel me? So, like, even there, like, just describing that, like, you feel me? Right next door to me was a Vietnamese family, you feel me? And, you feel me, there was it was a police officer. He had a son and his daughter, and then to the left down the street, it was like the block. You know what I'm saying? Like it was niggas. You feel me? And then the house behind us was like, this kid, I forgot his name, but it was a white kid. He lived behind my crib. So like, Dorchester was like diverse in that sense. You feel me? Cause like, even you go like niggas did tenacity and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say like
tenacity. Shout out.
You feel me?
Bro.
Like
waking up early.
You feel me? Like
waking up early, getting right.
So it's like it was diverse, but I will say like when it comes to like Dorchester is like it was diverse, but like once you get past a certain age, it's kind of like everything funnels through. You know what I'm saying? So it's
because your circle gets kind of smaller. Your social circle expands, but it kind of gets smaller in a way too.
Yeah,
you meet the people that you're hanging out with every day type shit.
And the other thing too was like like there's an Asian, like there's a Vietnamese family next to me, and there's a white family behind me, but they not going to the same schools as me. You see what I'm saying? They're in Catholic school, they're in private schools. You feel me? Like I was going to public school, so like the interactions are different. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing them after school and interacting on that level. So like what I will say about Dorchester growing up was like, you feel me, like niggas was like younger, innocent, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas it was smooth, like no bullshit, it was smooth, but just getting older is kind of just getting older and just watching like the people around me grow up and kind of just become who they become. It's just a learning experience like every day, cuz like you feel me, like there's some people that still haven't become themselves yet. Like they're not known for, you know what I'm saying? So it's just
for, like,
it's just
their talent or their passion. You think they're still kind of living towards like what they're supposed to, like what their environment kind of
type shit. Like there's a lot of people that's just kind of trying to still figure it out type shit. So it's like it's kind of like a popcorn effect in terms of just like watching everyone just you know grow and kind of just
mature into their roles. Kinda. You feel me?
So,
that's a fact.
With Dorchester, like I would definitely say it's just like a lot of different extremes. You know what I'm saying? But
so, one of the things that like you know what I'm saying that you just told me in our conversations that you started, I guess you'd say, I don't know if you can start listening to music late, but like earlier in life, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really, like you wasn't really listening to music and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you did grow up Muslim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
speak about that, man.
First, it's kind of just more or less like my mom. Like when I was younger, like I definitely remember like my mom slowly getting into Islam. So like what I would say is like the difference before I would say is like I used to have like Lion King, Spider-Man, Jimmy Neutron, like you know what I'm saying, like all them movies on VHS, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and I'd watch some shits over and over. X-Men, like, nigga, just mad movies, just watch some shits over. Rush Hour, nigga, just watch some shits over and over and over again. Like, I know the words type shit, like, you feel me? You feel me? And just, like, shit like that. And, like, just when, like, just noticing, like, her starting to pray, you feel me? And, like, noticing, like, you feel me? Just little changes and shit like that. Like, no, all right, no more TVs in the crib, like, no images. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the crib, so then there was no TV, so niggas didn't really watch TV, the music, not really. Because, like, even my older cousin, she used to take care of me. You feel me? Like, where my mom was at like working shit. So she like picked me up from school some days and like you feel me, like she'd be playing BET on the TV. So like I remember Lil Jon, Usher, Let It Burn. You feel me? I remember fucking
That 106 in Park era,
yeah, bro.
that
You feel
good
me? Like
106 in Park
I
era.
remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then like when like my mom got married and shit, like it started like to funnel, like it started to just be less of that. You feel me? And it only like I'd be seeing like I'd be watching TV and shit only like when I lived with my grandmother type shit. I mean when I like went over my grandmother's crib.
Word.
You feel me? Like yeah, like niggas had like a computer and shit. Like so like I played like fucking what was that shit called? Fuck, I forgot it was one of those websites niggas played like the
Oh,
education.
the mini clip shit? Oh, no, not the mini,
Mini clips too, but like it was one before that. It was like still educational type shit.
Oh.
But like I used to
The
be on.
Leapfrog shit?
Nah, it's not
Was it
Leapfrog. It's not Leapfrog. They used to have different ones. You could do like, yeah, it used to have different. I forgot what the fuck it. I forgot, bro.
I remember the computer class I used to have, bro. They used to make you do this shit called Mavis Beacon, bro.
That sounds familiar.
It was like typing games, like to make you type faster and shit.
Yeah.
That shit used to fucking suck, bro. I used to
Yeah.
hate that shit.
Niggas used to put Y8 and fucking mini clips, nigga, and like all of that.
Nah,
like,
mini clips used to be that shit, bro.
fast.
Remember
Or
that?
cool math games. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of them ones.
So what do you think are some of like just growing up Muslim in terms of like just lessons you feel were instilled in you? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about Islam and you know what it is, especially in the United States, bro. You feel me? And even out here, you feel me? Like people are, you know, there's Roxbury, obviously the mosques and the Nation of Islam, which is you know something different, but that kind of like that's out here, but people really don't really know. You know, they don't really like interact with it in that capacity. So, just what are some things you've learned, or some some gems that you know that your faith has taught you, man?
Like off top, really it's just like Islam is like a religion of like discipline type shit. So like it's just like seeing different people that's able to like really lean into this shit and like be very proficient, like because even for like people that like memorize the whole Quran, like you feel me, like niggas don't even be memorizing books for real, like you know what I'm saying. So like to memorize another book, to memorize a book in another language and to comprehend it, you feel me, and be able to recite it off dome, like that shit is some Book of Eli shit. Like straight up. So like it's just like, you know, just like that shit, like, or even just like when niggas fast, you feel me, and niggas is out there by the Timothy balling up all day, don't drink no water, bro, like literally defying fucking what we know as like, you know what I'm saying, like
Possible.
the constructs of human biology, like nigga, you
Yeah,
playing
you need
basketball
to eat
and
3
don't
times a day. Or
yeah,
you need
so
to
like
stay hydrated, or and you're doing this in spite of this, and
yeah,
well, not in spite, but you're just you know, you just
but
doing your thing.
it kind of just showed me like just the level of discipline that like people are willing to display, you know, for their faith. So like growing up Muslim, like, you know what I'm saying, like younger, when I was younger, like, cause now that I'm older, bro, like nigga, I say this shit, nigga, it's like, you feel me, but when you're younger, it's like it's harder, like, to be confident in it, cause A, you don't fully understand it, you feel me, B, you go to school, public school, and everybody is like majority Christian, you feel me? So like that's what a majority of people are, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that, like I got friends that went to school with they thobe and had to run phase, like really, like, and it wasn't until they kept running phase niggas was like, alright bro, he's cool, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just like shit like that, like when you're in school younger and like you're different in any way, shape, or form, it's always harder. So like yeah, just growing up, like it just kind of just was like such a contrast from what niggas was seeing in like public schools, and like as niggas got older, like niggas grew the confidence to wear it and just like, you know, make it be like less of a thing, cause like you pull up to school with a thobe, you're like, damn nigga, like feel me, that one shorty, like is she gonna feel me, like she may laugh at me or some shit that you know, so it's just like little shit because they don't understand, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, cause we're all kids, you know what I'm saying, so like that's kind of just what it was.
So what do you think about more like I've been seeing more rappers as of recently accepting Islam into their life. You feel me, like Davies, Lil Durk, motherfucking I mean, on some real shit, since from on some back in the day shit, even Ghostface Killer type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit definitely, I feel, changed his life. You feel me? The trajectory of how his life was going and shit. But yeah, what do
Yeah.
you think about just seeing these rap, like, it's kind of open
Um.
now. Rappers are openly
So the
just
thing is, like, you know, a lot of times, um, like making music and Islam don't necessarily mix. You feel me? So for me, it's kind of just seeing like the moral compass that people have with Islam. You know what I'm saying? Cause like even within the music, it's kind of like I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird, bro. I don't want to say it, but it's like when like no bullshit. Back when weed was like illegal, you know what I'm saying? Like you could get booked for having weed on you and smoking. It was more exciting. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? So like that's kind of how I look at like being Muslim and rapping type shit. Like it's a passion that niggas have, but it's kind of like niggas aren't really supposed to be doing this shit on some
Mm-hmm.
shit. So like I said, just seeing that moral compass that people have, like, and just that discipline once again that people are willing to like put themselves through, you know, for the faith, like, you know, in pursuit of, you know, building that faith. You know what I'm saying? So that's really that.
Nah, that's tough. So what was your first introduction to music, and not even like, what was that first kind of, what's some of those
Shit.
early, yeah, those first songs you remember hearing in the whip or hearing on the radio?
Like, no bullshit. Like, I remember like Jay-Z, dust your shoulders off. You feel me? I remember my cousin like taking my hand and like dusting my shoulders off. You feel me? So like that
That's
shit
fire.
really like stuck with me on some shit. Like, you feel me? Even like when niggas wasn't listening to music, I remember like that's something that stuck with me to this day. You feel me? Um, like Usher's Run. You feel me? Like Let It Burn, or even that shit with him and Lil Jon and nigga that yeah. Feel me? That shit. I remember
Yeah.
seeing that shit. Like Nelly, bro. Like nigga, like I
Every
remember
turned
Nelly.
up wedding. If you had a wedding that was lit at that time, that
Yeah.
year came on and everybody,
You feel me?
ah.
Like I kissed my first girl to fucking what was it?
Oh,
Yeah,
she
to
went
Nelly
crazy.
to the Nelly and what's the shorty's name when he had the band-aid on his
Oh,
face?
the Nelly and Kelly Rowland, that
Yeah,
shit
nigga, you
no
feel me? Like
matter
no,
what
but yeah, you feel me?
happens.
So like I like that's
That's
so it's
crazy.
like
What
you know what I'm
song is that?
saying? Like
What's crazy is I do not know the name of that song to
yeah,
this
you
day.
feel me? And that's the thing. Like it's like for me, I don't know the names to a lot of these songs, but they register. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
that hook, that shit was
you know,
strong as
like
fuck, bro.
straight up.
That's really like, cause we talk about branding and shit all the time.
Yeah,
You feel me? That's branding if I've ever seen it. That whole
yeah,
Nelly shit, like that Band-Aid, the way he was doing that, like crossover kind of music, but still keeping it hood. That
yeah.
shit's crazy. Cause I remember when that video was on fucking 106 in Park.
Yeah, and
No
that's what I
bullshit.
remember. I remember watching the countdown. Romeo, Bow Wow, nigga, like all of that,
Ooh,
like Mike.
sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? I remember all of that shit. Like,
Did you
nigga,
ever ask for those? What was it? Those blazers that he had?
nah.
I definitely asked my mom for them shits.
I ain't.
I gotta
You know
switch
what's
notes.
crazy? I think I was watching Like Mike too. That's the one I was
Oh,
watching on
with the other,
repeat.
with the light skinned nigga. I forget what his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah. Not the one, not the first. Like it was definitely the second.
Oh
Like
man.
Mike. Like the first one was cause I had Morris Chestnut in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, and then the white boy from Stuart Little.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, that's
exactly.
crazy.
So that was
budget
the
was
one.
crazy.
Yeah,
That budget
so
was crazy. No bullshit.
that movie I seen that after the second one. You feel me? So like I definitely caught the second like Mike. You feel me? And then the third one where they fucking switched the mic. You feel me? Switched the nigga. You feel me? So
So how you get into like just the rapping shit, bro? You feel me? From there.
so like for many people that don't know, like my name's Raekwon. You feel me? And for people that still don't know, Raekwon, the chef. You feel me? And we not talking about food. You feel me? So like, my pops, like, you feel me? He like spent a portion of his life, in Staten Island. So like, you feel me? While he was doing his little 1-2, like doing what he does. You feel me? Like he would see like members of the Wu-Tang Clan and like Raekwon and shit outside. You feel me? Hustling
Shit.
and shit like that. And like that was his favorite rapper. So like essentially he named me after his favorite rapper. Um, so like I always resonated with like how A$AP Rocky would say like him being named Rakim put him on like such a pedestal. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like so like it was such like he had to really live up to that name, especially because you know he chose to rap. So like you feel me? For me it was like my uncle started like Alright.
Easy.
Fucking alright, so like nigga, it's like little shit. Like when I was little, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember like Xbox on the like karaoke on the Xbox and shit. Like
The 360
I remember
that first one.
not the first Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
nah,
bro,
that.
with the mic, you feel me? And they had the Incredible Hulk game and shit like that. So
Yo,
like
so on some crazy shit, you know that. So apparently, you know how that like green dot forms in the beginning of that shit.
yeah.
That shit loads a new one every time, bro.
What you mean?
Like that shit wasn't like a set image. You feel
Oh,
me?
it
That
just
image came from turning on the Xbox and then loading up the thing. Like it switched every trip. I didn't even know that until
Damn.
like I seen it on some like the YouTube comments. I was in a rabbit hole looking at some shit, bro.
That's crazy, man. Technology, dog. Like
No, but my fault. You said Xbox karaoke was.
yeah, like and like even like my uncle had like friends and shit. Like he used to leave, come home, and like him and his friends used to play back the music. Like when they got to the crib, like when they after they left the studio and shit. So like I always like seen that and was like, you know, that's all something cool to me. And then like my uncle started like engineering, like just getting equipment and recording and shit. And like you feel me, one time like when I was in middle school, he used me to practice. So like the first song I ever recorded on was "I Don't Like" by Chief Keef. I don't even remember the song, to be honest. I don't know where that shit's at. Like, but that was like the first, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel me? And I even remember at middle school, like, nigga, I had like anticipation for this mixtape that was never gonna drop. Like, nigga, I ain't never spit a freestyle at school, none of that. Like, and niggas was like, yo, what's the word with it? You feel me? Like, it was this whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like, you know, so
That's fire.
in terms of music, it's just kind of always been around me.
How much of an influence was Chief Keef on you? You feel me? Because I be trying to put it in perspective to like the older cats. You feel me? Like for how much of an
I'll
impact
basically
Chief Keef
say
made for niggas.
I'll say that I say it like this. Like in my middle school specifically, you feel me? I went to middle school in Fields Corner. So like it was a black, like predominantly black charter school. And when I mean predominantly black, it was probably like one white kid in there, like two Asian kids, like maybe one. You know what I'm saying? Like so like when I say that, like yeah, like the teachers as like a classroom activity or as like part of the curriculum, they played the In the Field, the Chirac movie, the documentary that premiered on Worldstar. They played that in class and like you feel me, like from there it was like when most of us got our introduction to drill music. So like you know like a lot of niggas wanted to be like Little Mouse because he was basically our age and he was blowing up, like he was in that shit. So like yeah, like Chicago like definitely influenced, like Chief Keef like influenced niggas a lot, like straight up, like a lot, like even to niggas wearing trues, fucking, you know what I'm saying, and Ralph Lauren, like.
So, what were some of the artists from out like around the way type shit around like in the city that you kind of caught that first window of like, oh shit, this is happening out here. You know, this is even possible. Not even in terms of you rapping, but just like,
Yeah,
yo, this
just
nigga's rapping out here. Like,
if I'm gonna keep it a buck, so like when I used to live in over by Shawmut, like I said, behind the 99-cent store and shit, fucking, there was a nigga on the block, bro. He used to be on a motorcycle, you know what I'm saying, cool as shit, bro. Like, especially being at that age, just seeing like the interaction like of like everyone on the block and just, you feel me? It was like he was that nigga for real, like he was that nigga. And I remember he used to be passing out flyers and shit like for his mixtape and all of that, like on the street. So like I don't remember his name and shit like that, but if like I'm being honest, like one of the first like videos from around the way was like fucking Dutchy Do Bad. It was money friendly. Money, everybody wanna be a friend when you getting money.
I didn't get hip to him till that Round the Way shit dropped.
Yeah, so it was that.
Dropped, I was like, whoa.
It was the video by JMP. You feel me? That was like actually like the first video that I was like, oh nah, this nigga's a rapper from around the way. You feel me? Like, and I remember at one point it was kind of hard to find Boston rappers. Like, it wasn't easy. Like, you couldn't just look up Boston rappers and find a list. You know what I'm saying? At one point, so like for like you had to really be tuned in to be seeing this shit. Like, so like yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like early on, it was just kind of like for me like I was fucking with Stripes, fucking Cousin Stiz. I was fucking with Replay, Big Lino. You feel me? like Tony Bodega. I was listening to like Boogie, Brew Lewis, like no bullshit. Cause like also my uncle was around, so like and he was making music. So like those are the people he brought around. You feel me? Like so.
Yeah, this nigga.
For me, it was kind of just like I said, like there was a point in time where you could not find this shit. Like I was hearing music before that shit hit streaming. You feel me? Like and searching for that shit on like nigga looking like yo, where's this shit at?
You just
feel me?
that shit
So
on files. You feel me?
you feel me?
You
I
that shit aux cord and
you
notes,
feel me?
and
Like
bro, what's
yeah,
good
bro.
now?
So like that was when niggas kind of just got that introduction to like yeah, nah, this notes like nigga, where the music that's out's cool, but like nigga, it's like.
So,
shit hit different.
You definitely you talked about you dropped Tony Bodega in there. Y'all two have a tape, which is how I actually started to. That's how we first met and shit. Shout out, this nigga Ben Regular. Yo, I can bring my dog Wiz through.
Feel me?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And you pulled up, and then shit, you coming up there started that the what would become the Yotic tape. You feel me?
Yes sir, yes sir.
But even actually before that though, because I'm looking through my questions, I ain't even, I don't got a front for the camera. I'm looking through the questions.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Before Yotic, there's that Leave Her Alone record. You feel me? That's on.
Yes sir.
That's on Time Is an Illusion, correct? That's the first.
Yep.
The first tape. So Leave Her Alone to me, that's Wiz. That to me is even if, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but that was subconsciously at least I feel like Wiz realizing he could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, I couldn't, like, all right, we're not practicing anymore. We're making some
niggas
shit.
just trying to, really.
So talk about Leave Her Alone. Talk about the video, man. I know you went out to New York for it, right? You was posting.
Yeah,
you was in front of Barclays, you feel me? You
niggas was, yeah.
That Atlantic Pacific stop.
What's crazy was, like, yo, the camera didn't catch it, but I'll tell the whole story and shit, but the camera didn't catch it initially, but, like, yeah, bro, like, there was, like, mad niggas, like, on the strip, like, bike lifed out, nigga, like, fucking lowriders, nigga, like, all type of shit, like, you feel me? And, like, Ben caught the last second of it type shit. You feel me? But, like, it was, like, a whole thing in front of the,
videos,
like.
Bro, it'd be some crazy shit happening. You're like,
yeah. Because even on my time, in the Time music video, when niggas was at the show, you feel me? Like, there was some, like, white dude, like, I don't know if he was homeless or whatever, or, like, whatever. He came out from, like, behind the micro center, nigga. And he was like, yo, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. I'll fucking stab y'all. Like, he had some shit, like, he was flashing some shit, like, right here. Like, you feel me? He kept calling us nigger and shit. Like, I'm like, Ben, why wasn't you catching that? Like, niggas would have made it off that clip. Like, yo, like, you feel me? Like, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say that to say, like, it's a lot of moments that are caught, and there's a lot of moments that aren't. But, you know what I'm saying? That's just the beauty of this shit. You know.
So just to before niggas forget, I'm like random pieces in memory. So it's Time Is an Illusion.
Yep.
Yotic, Race Against Time.
So it's Time Is an Illusion.
That's the first project.
You feel me? Then like Orange Yotic and Yotic are kind of just two EPs.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just two.
You dropped them both the same day, right?
Yes, allegedly.
Two projects. So
allegedly, yeah, same day. So
dropped two projects in the same day.
You feel me? And like basically, if I could explain it, was like it was kind of just two EPs that were simultaneously happening around the same time, but just two different sounds.
Yeah,
you feel me? So like niggas was kind of just locking into, you feel me? And I would say Yotic was just kind of leaning more towards like my preference in sound. You feel me? But in terms of the music, like I've been like in terms of like Time Is an Illusion, like finally coming out, like I just been in this whole like process before even dropping. Like last year was my first year dropping. So before that was just kind of just me building the confidence and like building the practice. You feel me? Before I even like put out a song and try to promote this shit. Like, for me, I was trying to get it right, and I ended up stacking my vote, something crazy. So, just the period of time, like, from when I started dropping to now, I definitely feel, like, more up to date, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, like, everything. It's a huge weight off my chest, you feel me? And because I decided to go about it that way, there was a lot of time that had to go into building around this shit before I could just drop everything.
But then when you did drop, it was consistent, you know, because a lot of niggas, you know, they'll drop, go away for a little bit, drop again. You've kind of been able to just keep feeding people, and people get to see your development. At least in my opinion, you know,
because it was a balance of like dropping my vote while still networking and being outside in a sense. So like, you feel me? Like people are meeting me like at my most current self, but what they're seeing is like work that's been done before I even met them, essentially.
Yeah, it gives people something to look forward to, because they're like, if this is what he was on, then I can't imagine what he's on in real time. You feel me? You kind of keep him guessing. You know, they keep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Cause like and you know, like even with the Leave Her Alone record, I had put up on Broke Chic. At the time he lived in Austin and shit.
That's who did that record?
Yeah, Broke Chic. He did work for like Pistola earlier in the day and shit, like, so he like produced his project and shit. He was working with a lot of like people locally. But yeah, so I had pulled up to his crib and shit, and you know, like I kind of got that whole like I got the going to the studio and doing one track thing out of like my system. So like I was on some shit where it's just like I pull up a beat, just record some shit. Alright, word, I'm gonna come back to it. Nigga, let's get some next shit, record some shit to that, and I fuck around, record 5 tracks, and then start, you know, fixing them up. Yeah. So that when I'm done, I just have 5 straight tracks. So once I got that out my system, it was kind of just like a situation where I was like, alright, word, we kind of have this like workflow going. You feel me? Like in terms of like, you know, like percentages, like ratios, like, you feel me, of like which ones were like the ones and which ones weren't. Like there's a low percentage, but the workflow was there. So like, when I recorded Leave Her Alone initially, like that shit like was just like a hook or just like a verse type shit. It wasn't even a hook. The hook is the verse is the hook type shit, but it's nothing more than that, so I just had to double it type shit. But yeah, like I just kind of like heard the beat, and I just kind of like, you know, was on some like trying to catch the pocket or whatever. And
that was one of the because that's the song where I feel like you found it. You were like, all right, now I can find these pockets, and I can. You know what I'm saying?
Because I was so locked into this mind state of like, all right, let's just bang this shit out. I was like, all right, let's come back to that later. Feel me? Let's get some other shit. So I got like 2 other shits done. And then this nigga Ben pulled up and Retro had pulled up, and I was playing them back the shit I was working on. They heard Leave Her Alone. They were like, yo, this shit go crazy. You feel me? And Retro was like, yo, can I hop on this? And I was just kind of like,
that's when you low-key know you got one. When someone's like, yo, what's the word with this? This is open. It's like, because the answer's like, nah, nigga, what? But like,
because it was like
sometimes that works.
A situation where I kind of like finally just had like got one for myself. So it's kind of just like, all right, y'all niggas fucking with this. All right, we gonna see what we gonna do with this. So I was like, yo, bro, she pull that back up. Yo, just double that. Yeah, now fade it. All right, now we good. Yeah, that's the track. So that's how that came into play. But yeah, like I said, Orange Yotic, Piff Yotic, those are like I said, 2.
Cause you went to Miami for the Orange Yotic shit, right?
Yeah, so part of the Orange Yotic is that we went to Miami and like had this whole experience. Simultaneously, like I said, while Piff Yotic was in the making, like, cause
you fucked up some of the strip clubs out there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cheetahs, you feel me? Shout out to Cheetahs, you feel me? Tootsies, I'm not a fan.
Sheesh, what's the Yelp review on Tootsies if you had to give like a star rating?
Bro, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, like niggas went to like Tootsies was like a buzzer beater for niggas, cause we went to some spot, like spot to get like food. It was like the Spanish spot. Like they had just mad different vendors in this one building, so you can go to get so much different shit. Essentially, so we went there and there was some Spanish nigga. He was like, "How y'all niggas found out about this shit?" And I was like, "Nigga, Google." You feel me? But like, they was kind of on some sketchy shit. I ain't gonna lie. But he was on his club promoter shit, so he's like, "Yeah, you know, niggas at Cheetahs niggas at Tootsies pull up. You feel me? Free admission. You know, let us know when you pulling up. Da 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 da. You feel me? Nigga gave us a ride back to the hotel. All of that. So niggas had the tickets. Essentially we was like, fuck that. We went to KOD, you feel me? Nigga, KOD, nigga, that shit got 100% review, nigga, that shit.
5 star.
Nigga, What? Like, yeah, bro. I think Zoe Dollars was performing or some shit like that.
He's always performing. That might be the only place he does shows at this point.
Yeah,
That nigga Zoe
you know what I'm
Dollars.
saying?
That's all he needs, nigga.
Maybe so.
That nigga be doing it. He does KODs, nigga. What is it? Live on Sundays, nigga. King of Diamonds Monday, nigga. 2 days a week, nigga. 10 racks.
Literally, that's his shit.
You feel me? That Zoe Dollars, that nigga, bro. It's that and Summer Jam. That's where you find Zoe Dollars. You find him at Summer Jam, King of Diamonds,
feel me?
nigga, and maybe Rolling Loud. You feel me?
So niggas try to go to G5 and all of that. Fucking, they was charging like 150 at the door because nigga Plies was in that bitch, nigga. I was like, man, nigga, I ain't trying to pay no 150 to see Plies, man.
Knowing what I know now, that might have been a worthwhile 150.
And that's what my pops was saying. He was like, man, nigga, Plies,
Nah,
nigga. I'm
Plies,
like,
yeah, the motherfucking pussy. Yeah, nah,
like,
you know,
bro.
Plies brought out the motherfucking stripper.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, bro, like I thought, like
facts.
nigga, it was like it was one. So that's what I'm saying. That was like the budget. That was part of the budget.
Yeah, because you like, all right, I can't do it 150.
You feel
Let's
me?
go fuck with. Let's
yeah,
go fuck with
so
Sissy.
like,
Yeah.
so that last day we were just trying to figure out that last thrill, like find that last thrill, like before we hopped on the plane. So like, eventually niggas ended up just going to Tootsie's. You know what I'm saying? And at Tootsie's, it was cool. Like the strippers was fucking with niggas and shit. Like there was this one bitch that played football. Like
What you mean?
a strong
football?
bitch. Like she played football. Like she was a model and shit. But like she played football. Like nigga.
Like arena football or some shit?
Like football. Like,
Jesus.
Like yeah, she's like strong. But like it was her and like a couple other bitches, and like yeah, it was like feeling niggas. And it was crazy was. At the last minute, I had bagged these two like shorties from Australia. They didn't look the best. Yeah, nah, niggas. Like I said, it was a buzzer beater, bro. Niggas was just trying to find that. Yeah, was just trying to find that like last thrill, bro. Before niggas, you feel me? They just came from All Star Weekend in Atlanta, and they flew back
So they was Australian.
They flew to Miami.
Oh, they flew to Miami.
You feel me? Because it was around spring break, and then they went to the All Star game.
Oh, nah,
and then they
was
came back to
fucking
Miami. You feel me? And they had the drop top Mustang. You feel me? So long story short, I ended up bagging them shorties.
Raindrop drop top, nigga.
Yeah, you feel me? So
nigga.
I ended up bagging them on the strip. And then niggas was like, all right, fuck it. We going to Tootsie's. Like, niggas got these free tickets anyways. Like, fuck it. You feel me? Them niggas was mad sketchy, but fuck them niggas.
Yeah,
like,
you know, we
not calling them. We just got to pull up. You feel me? So we just pulled up. Feel me? And we in the club. And then now these other strippers are fucking with niggas. So now niggas is like giving them attention. And then these bitches is kind of tight. You feel me? They was on there. Oh, I'm not trying to interrupt. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm like invading.
Yeah. See,
but
you gotta.
Yeah, niggas let that one like, all right, yeah, just. You feel me? Like we seen them on our way out because we had to catch the flight.
Don't get intimidated now, bitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like,
No misogyny, though.
But yeah, nah, you know, Tootsie's was like cool and shit, but they had like that bonfire, the fire wheel, and nigga, all that fucking.
What you mean exactly? Like the bitches
shit.
was doing the shit with the fire?
Yeah, like with the baton and shit. And
Oh, they had that
like
in
the
there?
motherfucking rings and all that. I was like,
The
man.
rings? They had the aerial silk? The bitches that's like on like the.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying
like
on
the
the
fabric,
rings.
the fabric shit.
It wasn't like fabric, but they were like on the ring. They was doing that shit on the ring.
The ring is cool.
Yeah, so it was like was like too eccentric. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
if you
like,
want skill
nigga,
set, like that's
yeah,
like, you,
like-
okay, yeah, nah. But if
Feel
you
me?
just
Like-
trying to see some naked ass shaking, you feel me?
man,
That's what KOD.
KOD was
KOD
like,
can combine both. I've heard KOD. They're multi talented. They're naked and ratchet, but they might still have some like
some skills,
some moves for you. You feel
nah,
me?
facts.
Nah,
That
that's a fact.
was definitely the.
Them bitches
And
go
that
big.
shit probably died. Oh
Them
no,
bitches
it's still
go.
on.
They go big or go home over there. No bullshit. That's the shorty that fell, right? Remember that bitch fell from that tall ass fucking
Oh yeah,
shit?
yeah. Nah, facts.
Yeah, nah, she was going for it.
But yeah, no. So the Miami conversation
Literally,
was
fuck.
yeah. So the Miami conversation was to say like all those things like is what influenced and inspired the album.
The album Orange Yotic.
Orange Yotic, because essentially it wasn't like, oh, I'm about to make this album over here and make this album over here. Essentially, niggas was just vibing and just recording. You feel me? And just as the catalog built, niggas kind of just started to sort everything out and build like a concept around it and kind of just push it that way.
All right. Now speaking of building catalogs and you know what I'm saying, building concepts. What's up with the Go Getters brand? You feel me? Because that's your brand. It's kind of your umbrella. You got the shirt on right now.
Yeah,
you know,
you
this
feel me? This is definitely
shout
one
out
of the
Doc,
new designs.
you feel me?
This is like, you know, Doc likes to call it the flower design. But for everyone that like sees, you know what I'm saying, because this is a hat and shit. But for everyone that like sees this, you know what I'm saying, like right here, or like even right here, this is like called Teen from the Bean.
You feel me?
And like Teen from the Bean was like kind of just this whole like idea that I kind of like conceptualized and came up with. You feel me? Like where it's just like essentially like the original design was like, you know, a Boston baked bean. You feel what I'm saying? We call Boston the bean. You feel me? I used to fuck with the Boston baked beans. I go to store 24, grab a couple little boxes, eat that on the way to the, you know. But Boston baked beans, so like essentially from this from the bean like grows like you grow into a star.
Yeah, that's what you told me. You told me a teen from the city.
Yeah.
Growing into a star.
Yeah.
I
So
was like, damn, that's fucking hard.
yeah, so that was like the whole like idea of it. Essentially like it before it was a star, it was like the nigga had an afro. Essentially, yeah, like an afro on the lineup, you know what I'm saying? Nigga look fresh. But I wanted to create something more universal that like everybody could connect with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe I might bring back the lineup. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just to get fresh on niggas one time. You
gonna have the
you
white
feel
tape
me?
around the lineup too?
Yeah, nah, we gonna go Philly with it. We gonna go Philly. We gonna have the chalk. You know what I'm saying?
That chalk is so crazy. I kind of want to do the chalk.
Shout out Mr. Bentley though. Mr. Bentley, he used to chalk my shit up, keep my shit fresh.
I kind of want to do the chalk just on some rec shit. Just like on some one day shit. It's not gonna be like an action.
Is it like nah? So I see some niggas use like the pencil.
Yeah.
But like, shout out to Mr. Bentley once again. But like Mr. Bentley, he used to put like the powder, the green
on the razor.
Green. Yeah, and he used to take the shit and just dab it, and then just, you know what I'm saying, and he'd use it as like a reference.
Yeah, and then he wipes it. Would he wipe it off?
When he sprays the alcohol.
The alcohol that comes off. Yeah, that's
so like that was like the original one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was doing that shit since middle school. You feel me? Like that motherfucking raised the chalk. Like niggas was getting that done, but after niggas, it's like once you step out the chair, that shit was done. Like
yeah, keeping the chalk is
like these you feel me? Shout out to.
Do niggas still do the cuts in the eyebrows? Yeah, nah, if you got that chalk, you would not
listen to eyebrows. Listen to eyebrows. I don't know, bro. Like, probably like for little kids that still like in school and shit. Like, you feel me?
If I see a grown man with them slits, I'm assuming he's a dangerous nigga.
Yeah, like that's like a grown man with them slits is kind of like you gotta be a really specific type of person to be
look
having.
like Randall from Monsters Inc. with them slits.
Yeah,
bro. You are scary.
Niggas used to get crazy with the slits for sure.
Nah, niggas did Soldier Boy. Niggas had the slits. Niggas had the two lines on the side. You feel me?
I used to. So I did the 3 lines in the back, cause like 3 for the bean. So like I'd have it in the back of my taper, the 3 lines type shit. That was kind of like as far as I went with the lines.
You ever did the double lineup?
Nah, I never got the double. I used to want that shit on dogs. I used to want the double lineup.
I got a double lineup.
You was rocking with it? You was fucking with it?
I think I got like 1 or 2 double lineups before my mom was probably
the thing was like,
yeah, nah.
Niggas thought they was so fly with that shit, but when that shit grew in, that shit kind of just
you had to stay fresh. You had to really like know yourself.
Back when like head designs were like a thing, cause then Kanye came. When he took that shit from Taylor Swift, he had that whole shit on his head.
He had the Road to El Dorado on his head, nigga. That shit was wild times, nigga.
Yeah,
Dog.
Niggas used to fucking, their barbers used to get crazy. Like, bro, I get it. We got hair and all of that, but like, my nigga.
Like, really?
That was like the Everybody Hates Chris episode when his mom went and got the helicopter on her head, nigga, with the weave. Nigga, and she had to sleep a certain way and she woke up, that shit was all fucked up, nigga. Like, yeah, that's what that shit reminded me of.
Yo, dogs. So then talk about the lookbook too, bro, that comes with the brand. Hold
so
on.
like,
flex this for the,
so the lookbook, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, that was like, you know, one of the manifestations that came from consultation from your boy right here. You feel me? So like, essentially, like, he we were just, you know, just bouncing ideas off of each other and shit, and he like was saying like a lookbook would be like a really great idea to set the brand apart. And essentially, I had this photo shoot that I had taken a year prior to that conversation that's just been sitting on like my hard drive that I didn't really know what to do with. You feel me? Like I posted on IG a couple times, but like I didn't really like how like the aspect ratio lined up and shit. Like so, it was like a kind of like it was pretty much a process. But long story short, once niggas like figured it out, I just, you feel me, just started making calls like, yo, I got this lookbook I'm trying to do. I got the photos, bro. How much? You feel me? And I shopped around. I didn't really like what I was hearing, so I kind of just formatted it myself. And then I brought it to the print shop, and then niggas like You feel me? Then we like fine tuned it because essentially like there's a graphic designer at the print shop to make sure everything
Yeah, shout
lines
out the
up
print
before.
shop,
You
man,
feel me? But yeah,
because-
shout out Belmont Printing. Shout out my boy Sean Grace. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Support local businesses. You feel me? Like
because I think it was a dope. It was just good to see like you were in like kind of just learning how to bring these ideas to not even learning. You know what I'm saying, you know what to do. You feel me? But
yeah,
just seeing you. All right, we have these ideas. How do we kind of like push these things and making them like just real physical, tangible things? You know, these
Yeah.
are like you're kind of leaving you're leaving your breadcrumbs along the way for the people coming after you. Feel me? That's gonna be trying to do this similar thing. All right, well,
facts.
he had the lookbook, and then obviously this shit's gonna grow into something. You know, the next one that I'm like the season 2 lookbook is
Yeah, and that's kind of like what we trying to put together right now is like we're just trying to like gather resources and like get the next lookbook into fruition, like just start shooting different pieces, you feel me, and just like adding to the idea, just like, you know, just adding, like taking what works and building off of that, and the shit that didn't work just kind of leaving that behind. So
yeah.
yeah.
I saw this clip on Instagram yesterday on the 100 Years page and shit, and it was fucking this dude Virgil was talking about use reality. You know what I'm saying? Use reality to inspire your designs. Once your designs are based off of not even just the realities of the world, but what's real to you, that's how that kind of uniqueness comes into play. So I know, like, you know what I'm saying, just I've seen the designs on the shirts and stuff. What are some like real life, you know what I'm saying, like elements of your reality that you incorporate into your designs?
So like, for like, if we all right, so let's start with the team from the bean. Like the team from the bean, that's like, you feel me, a movement. You know what I'm saying, that I kind of want to implicate and just manifest in everyone's minds when they see that. You feel me? The team from the bean was like a design that I like conceptualized in high school. You feel me? Like essentially we were making stencils, and like that's how that came into fruition. So like just that, or even like the get to the racks part in the front with the Arabic font. That kind of just shows like it's symbolism that like I can read Arabic, but I can't translate it. So like just showing like Arabic and English. You feel what I'm saying? So like, or even like the dice in the back. Like niggas used to roll dice in the hood, like rolling dice. Like, you feel me, taking a chance. You feel me, like, or even the go getters part. That was like a conversation my dad had with me. You feel me, and he was just like explaining how, like, you feel me, like how he's a go getter. You feel me? That's what he declassifies himself as. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like basically, it was just more or less like, you feel me, figuring out the answer to the questions instead of like asking how or why. You know what I'm saying? We just figure out how, or we figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to get the shit done. So from that conversation, it's kind of like I formed the brand around it. Cause like the brand itself, like just in terms of the clothing, like that's been there for a while. I just haven't had like a name that I felt like was, you feel me? Like I was making clothes before it used to be called The Finest Cotton, TFC. You feel me? So like, you know, like
Still a tough name.
it was tough, but like I like Go Getter is just like is way more authentic to me. Feel me? The Finest Cotton was just like to go with one of these freestyle like that I had made at the time, like for the first track I ever recorded, like because the first track I ever recorded, like other than the Don't Like song, was like I recorded that shit on like fucking Reaper, Rhapsody. Like I recorded that shit on mad like fucked up DAWs, you feel me, before I even got to GarageBand. So like, and I even made the beat myself, and like basically it was like, you feel me, niggas plotting this exhaustion, you know how shit. Niggas plotting this exhaustion, the amount of caution, you know how I'm rocking, laced in the finest cotton, you feel me? So that like the finest cotton, that was to go with that freestyle, and I was kind of building off of that. But
Yeah,
like,
nah, that's usually how I go. You feel me?
yeah,
That's
but
usually how I go.
like I said, like it was just like, yeah, I'm laced in the finest cotton, but like, you know, it was kind of a play.
Like, what's the next thing in terms of, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the go getters is that's you leveling it up now. you
Yeah,
know what I'm
because
saying?
go getters is something universal. You know what I'm saying? So like,
And just my fault. You know what I'm saying. I literally, so the name WizYotic. You feel me? Just because it just came to my mind at the testing lab. You feel me, bro? You know, Charlie Machine was having difficulty remembering the shit.
shout out Charlie Machine.
you
Shout out
feel
him. You feel me?
Shout out Charlie Machine. He was,
Yeah, you feel me?
But so, what does that name come from? You feel me? Like, what does that name come from without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously snitching on yourself or anything like that.
Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my name before, like, a lot of people know me as, like, Ralph. You feel me?
Yeah, facts. And the first rap
'cause,
name too.
Yeah,
first
like,
rap name
a lot of people know me as Ralph. You feel me? Because, like, Ralph Lauren, you feel me? Or Lauren, but I call it Lauren, you feel me? Where it's a Kanye, you feel
It's
me?
Loren.
Yeah, it just sound more.
It's Ralph Lauren, nigga.
You feel me? It sound more, you know, but yeah, you
it's
feel
not
me?
Ralph Lauren. Like,
And I used to work at Ralph Lauren, and it used to be like Lauren, like I'm
what
like,
do you mean,
nigga, y'all
Lauren?
niggas have no class. Y'all have no class.
Y'all
Why
have no
saying,
class.
You feel
Y'all
me? But long story short, you
Bro,
feel me? Like I was
flipped it
known
on
as
them.
like
Facts.
Ralph Lauren. You feel me? So like, essentially, I changed it to Mass Lauren. You feel me? Because I looked at myself as like a young Ralph Lauren, but in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? And like, so that was like kind of the moniker that I kind of like, you know, took. But just like, you know, I was definitely a fan of like Travis Scott. So like, just hearing how he came up with his name, how Travis was like named after his uncle, and then Scott was just like his influence from Kid Cudi.
Yep.
You feel me? So it's just like he kind of just made himself that ultimate superhero that he kind of imagined as a kid.
yeah, he made his own Max Bigavell type shit.
You feel me? So, that inspired me to kind of just like dig deeper with my name. So like, you feel me? At the time, like, you know, Yotic was like Young Exotic. You feel me? And then, you know, so it was Yotic at like Young Exotic at one point, but like niggas kind of just created I kind of created my own word. You feel me? Yotic, Young Exotic, just like, you feel me?
Facts.
And then the Wiz part is like, you know, a term of endearment, or it's just like, you know how niggas have like little, young, da 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 da. Like Wiz was kind of just like the, you feel me?
Yeah, just the, you know,
You
that,
feel me?
that
It's
razzle dazzle.
Yeah,
you
it's
feel
what
me?
added that. You feel me? That WizYotic. So like, you feel me?
Facts.
Like, so, and for people that don't know, Khalifa, like in Arabic, a Khalifa is like a
Successor.
You feel me? Like a Khalifa. Like I like I could see the word in my head, but I can't explain. Like Khalifa is like a successor, but like not a prophet, but like somebody like
It's a
of
position.
that, yeah, like stature, like, you
Yeah,
feel me?
it's a stature. It's
yeah,
like
it's a status, like, you feel me? A Khalifa is like, nigga, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, where's Khalifa? And then there's WizYotic, and I kind of played off of that because it's like Khalifa's Arabic. Once again, I could, so
yeah. So you mentioned Wiz Khalifa, you mentioned Travis Scott. You know, it's like a two-part question. So first, yeah, what are some of like your musical influences in terms of just like artists? You know,
off the top of my head, like heavy music, influences would be like obviously Travis Scott, Wiz Khalifa, Fabulous, Big Sean, and then from there it kind of just funnels through into like, you know, like, cause I listen to a lot of different music, you know what I'm saying, like growing up. So like I had phases where I was into that, like, you know, backpack rap, like, you feel me? I was listening to Mac Miller, I was listening to fucking
that Kool-Aid and frozen pizza.
Yeah,
Mac
I was
Miller,
listening to
nigga.
Earth Gang, you feel me? I was listening
Bro.
to Flatbush Zombies and Underachievers, and like I was listening to all those different things, but like in
That
terms
pro
of like
era
the
wave.
heavy, like, yeah, definitely, like Capital Steez actually is one of my favorite like artists, like, you feel me? Black Petunia is my favorite song.
Do you know any shorties that considered themselves indigo children at any point? You don't have to name them, obviously, but like, I can definitely think of some that had
yeah, 'cause,
indigo
you know, 'cause
child in that fucking
it was-
Instagram bio.
Yeah, because it's also the fucking Jaden Smith influence too. You feel me?
Yeah,
That whole
Jaden
like,
Smith had them little niggas thinking
yeah,
they was
bro,
smart.
yeah, the
nigga.
Misfits and all that. Like,
Yeah,
man,
nigga.
but yeah, nah, that Jaden Smith influence definitely brought about a lot of like, you know, people that felt as if they were indigo children
A
and
lot
shit
of
like that.
Dreamcatcher tattoos.
You feel me? Like
And that whatever it is it a blanket? Is it a tapestry?
tapestry.
Yeah, that thing on top of the bed, bro.
Yeah, it's a tapestry.
Yeah, that tapestry, man. Shout out that tapestry.
real
man.
college vibes, man.
Yeah,
Real college
man.
vibes.
That tapestry, man. That shit meant you was home away.
you was in good hands.
That's all state stand.
But yes, sir. You feel me? But
Shout
like,
out the
yeah.
colleges too. You feel me? Shout out the
Facts.
whole every college in downtown.
Feel me?
Suffolk.
Dogs, like
Shout out Suffolk, shout out Emerson.
word to OG Swagger Dick. You feel me? I love college bitches. You feel me? All my bitches in college. You feel me? So like, Feel me?
what I'm saying?
Northeastern hoes. You feel me? Amherst hoes. Feel me? Nigga, but nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. But, like, yeah, in terms of the influences and shit, like, for me, it's phases and eras. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, facts.
so,
Because
like,
like that early Wiz Khalifa, not but
Yeah.
like towards after Rolling Papers, I feel.
yeah,
Did you fuck with Only Niggas in First Class? You was fucking with that album?
yeah.
That shit was hard.
Yeah,
No bullshit.
yeah.
There. It was some misses
It was,
on there.
it was
but
like,
let's have the Wiz Khalifa
yeah,
conversation.
no.
Bro.
Only
we can
nigga in
get
first
Wiz
class.
Khalifa
That
talk.
shit was like, it was like, cause at the time niggas had like Maybach Music and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas had like Wale. You feel me? And
With
like
Dice Pineapples type shit.
You know what I'm saying? But like what Wiz Khalifa did with it was just make that like luxury airplane music that you could smoke weed to. You feel me? Like,
facts.
like I feel like with the MMG shit was like Maybach music, like Hustlers music, like
You could
luxury.
it's like luxury trap house.
Yeah, like it's luxury gangster music. It's like, you know how they say like gangsters get fat and move to Miami, so that was the sound of that. I would say,
facts.
you see what I'm saying? So like what Wiz Khalifa did with it was kind of just take that sound and just make it like some put Flight School, like with a twist of Flight School. You feel what I mean? Like, so
that Flight School mixtape.
yeah, it was
classic.
horribly great. You know what I'm saying? It's horribly.
It's
great.
cringy, but I still like
But
boarding
that
pass.
was,
Boarding pass is
but
still.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so early Wiz Khalifa
material.
was so cringe. It was so cringe, but it was fire how cringe it was. Cause it's like you hear how he was kind of just slowly just catching it.
Yeah,
You feel me?
You feel me? He had it fine tuned with that cushion orange juice. Cushion orange juice. It was a lock. That Taylor Alderdice.
Yeah.
That's when he kind of brought cushion orange juice.
But you
to
feel
the
me? Like
world
shout
with
out
it.
to Max B, cause like that's where like
yeah.
that whole like cringe.
Yeah,
Those cringy singing hooks, like you feel me, like that.
like if you don't get it, if you just
Yeah,
hear
like-
Max B the first time and you're just gonna be like, huh?
Feel me?
But like, unless
like-
you just hear the right song and you're drunk enough, nigga, and then you gonna lock into the shit, bro.
Yeah, you know that song, it ain't that serious.
Yeah, he did that
Bro, I
over the,
fucking- Yo, that song used to make me feel so
What beat is that?
uncomfortable.
That's the beat. That
Ooh.
hey you. That's the Bobby Valentino shit.
Oh shit.
You know what's even crazier? So, just thinking of random influences, like, so you remember that "Ink My Whole Body" shit by Wiz Khalifa, bro?
Yeah.
So I was watching that Benzino shit, that interview,
Yeah.
and the same sample that Wiz Khalifa used on "Ink My Whole Body," that's the same sample that fucking Benzino used for this shit. The song's called like "One in the Chamber" or some shit. But
Sheesh.
that's the song that like they said that he was talking about killing police and shit like that.
Damn.
So like the song that brought all the heat on him and all that, and
Yeah.
like it's the same sample from that Wiz Khalifa shit, bro. And it's just crazy to
Damn.
me because Wiz Khalifa had that show in Boston that blew him up when everybody rushed the stage, and
Yep.
yeah, so like it's crazy how this shit's all just like a flat circle.
Yeah,
No
it's
bullshit.
energy. You feel me? You can use the energy to manifest whatever it is that you desire, and not that you think that you desire, but what you like. You feel me? The actions.
But what's your like I feel like every, my era and under, you feel me, we all had our like smoking weed when we weren't supposed to, listening to Wiz Khalifa album. You
Yeah,
feel me? What was
yeah.
that for you?
Oh,
Which album was that?
All right, so this is the thing. I wasn't smoking weed when I was listening to Wiz Khalifa like that. So like when I got to high school, it was 28 grams. You feel me? And the introduction to that was like, yo, my man said, bro, you just gotta smoke a blunt, bro, and play this album. And this is when niggas first started like really smoking for real.
Yeah,
Cause
so
like
that-
in middle school, I had smoke. You feel me? Fun fact, I went to a Boys and Girls Club, and niggas had rolled up with notebook paper.
Oh my God.
Yeah, niggas had rolled. It's some niggas that were there that I will not name, but bro, niggas rolled up with notebook paper, and I don't even think I got high for real, but I tricked myself out and I thought it was high. You feel
Man,
me?
you were probably high as fuck off the note paper.
I don't think
alone,
I inhaled it though. I didn't know how to inhale.
which is
at
crazy
that
though,
point.
because now even if I don't inhale, if I just, you feel me, like I'm still
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
high, bro. Like,
So
know.
and then it wasn't until like I got to high school, niggas really like the first time I got high was off a bowl. Niggas hit that bowl, bro. Nigga.
bro, that bowl, that cough, what you coughed
Bro.
both lungs out or just one?
Bro, I didn't even know it. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The way that weed hit me the first time, nigga, bro, I was sitting outside of Ill Wife, nigga, on the bench, bro. And, like, nigga, it just, like, I don't know, like, you know how you just be stuck, nigga.
Did the colors and shit get brighter and shit?
Bro, I was just stuck, bro, and I was stuck and had to realize, oh shit, I'm
Just
high.
make sure you're a little closer to the mic.
It's just yeah, no, I got stuck and I had to realize like, oh shit, I'm high right now, like.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I was on my, like, yo, I gotta get home, bro. Like, like, nigga,
Yeah,
got on the train, bro. You feel me? I felt like the lady across from me was, like, saying some shit to me, like, feel me? And, like, I was just like, yo, like, knocked out, woke up at Andrew, got off, nigga, walked to the crib, nigga, fucking killed the kitchen, nigga, mad snacks, bro, went to sleep, nigga, slept that shit off. Then I was like, I'm never smoking again. I'm never doing this shit again. And it was kind of just like that. Until I kind of just got used to smoking weed.
And then it was like, yeah, nah, I need to smoke again, nigga.
You feel me? Because once again, like there was like like weed used to be illegal, so like like you feel me, getting caught with that, like nigga. Anytime I see police, I used to be nook like yo, like you feel me, like
bro, that shit used to be crazy getting pulled over because of the smell of weed. Like we
yeah,
smelled
at
weed.
The time, niggas didn't even have
like
niggas didn't even have like vapes like that, disposable vapes and shit like how that shit is now. Like it was just the beginning. So niggas had the vapes with like where you had to like build a. You know
you
what
had
I'm saying?
to remember the dry herb vapes. You had to put the actual weed in the vape. I'm like, nigga, this shit is burning.
I got one of those like my senior year.
I thought I was
junior year.
On.
Yeah, nah, fucking. You see that exactly because it was the early stage. Because before it'd just be the battery and then the fucking attachment on top. You feel me? And essentially you would build the coil and put the fucking cotton through and then feed the juice. But they would also have the dry herb chamber too. You feel me? As an attachment. So it was just like.
That weed shit, bro. Remember it didn't start with it, but like on like that nigga history, bro. Remember the G-Pen nigga when Snoop dropped that G-Pen nigga?
Facts. But that was a dry herb one. That was a dry herb one.
You put that weed on that coil, nigga?
And I was just like, exactly. Bro. And then like if you had dabs back then.
Oh, nah, you
know what I'm saying?
Shit,
if you had
bro.
the wax pen back then, you was that nigga for real. Like straight up. Like, bro, like. Nigga, dab pens didn't hit until like my senior year of high school. Like that's when like they actually had like dab pens for real. Like, and if someone had it, like they had a plug for that shit. And then on top of that, when I got to like freshman year in college, like yeah, bro, that was when like they had the fucking THC Juul cartridge shit. You feel me? And that's when people started having like the actual like you know cartridges for the 1 gram cartridges for the dabs and all of that, and then you know so it was just a whole like the way that shit was ushered in was just like like.
And then in terms of like niggas is jumping all around, but,
yeah,
you know,
and then weed became legal. And then now this dispensary, you can go get all that shit niggas was grabbing off the streets and finding plug. At the time, you had a
yeah, remember those fucking TKO cards,
yeah,
bro? Niggas
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
and then them
bro,
TKO cards.
like,
oh my god, y'all niggas done took 30 years off our collective lives
like,
selling us them bullshit ass
fucking rat poisoning them shits, bro.
Nigga.
Like, niggas used to sell niggas vegetable oil, bro. Like in that, like
dog, what was it keratin? Keratin, was that it?
No. It was fucking
vitamin E.
I know what it's called. Glycerin, vegetable glycerin. Yeah,
dog.
Yeah, that's niggas. And at the time there was niggas that so my boy Sean, shout out to Sean. He had like this homemade juice that his man's made. It was like a Sour Patch flavor. You feel what I'm saying? He basically took the vegetable glycerin and added some type of flavor somehow, but like it ended up being healthier for you or some shit like that. But like yeah, that shit used to taste like Sour Patches, bro. Like yeah, like glycerin, yeah, nigga, like that's what they was making you know what I'm saying, the juice off of essentially. You feel me?
So when Kai Bills was up here, I asked him about the PK versus the sour. I feel like that's a little bit that's a little bit before your time. Even that's a little bit, that's before me and Kai Bills, like the real sour.
The real sour, yeah, because I've heard stories.
Because the sour, like on some real shit, bro. Remember Grand Theft Auto 4? With Nico with all right, so nigga on the hip hop station on that shit, there's a fucking song with Joel Ortiz, Saigon, and someone else.
Sheesh.
And I remember exactly, and then I remember on that shit, the nigga was talking about fucking like that old school sour. Joel Ortiz said some shit.